Hey, Gerald. Hey, Arnold. I want to tell you something, but it is a big secret, so promise me you will tell no one, or else my life could depend on it. Of course not, bro. You're my main man. I would never do that to you. Now, what is this humongous secret you gotta tell me? Alright, I'll start it by saying this. Gerald, a good while ago, Helga revealed something to me that made me realize something about myself. And what did you realize? Gerald, bro, I think I'm in love with my bully. Wait, what? Arnold, do I need to take you to the doctor? Man, I should have known you were gonna react like that. Well, how the hell else do you expect me to react to some stuff like that, Arnold? This is Helga we're talking about. The girl who made your life a living hell. Daily! How the hell can you fall in love with that? I wasn't expecting you to understand right away. But can you at least hear me out, Gerald? Alright, Arnold, I'm listening. Let's start with that thing you said Helga told you. Alright, check it. Gerald, Helga told me that she loves me. And you believe that? Yes, Gerald, I do. Honestly, it makes that much more sense now. How the hell does that make any sort of sense? Gerald, think about it. She's always picking on me and calling me names. She's always playing practical jokes on me. Every time we bumped into each other, she calls my name in the sweetest voice I ever heard, but then she goes back into bully mode. I have noticed those things before, bro. The bumping, that is. Now that I think about it, and as much as I hate to admit it, it's just like my grandpa told me, man. He said he met my grandma the same way. Okay, what? You telling me that your grandma used to bully your grandpa before they got together? That is exactly what I said, Gerald. I knew my grandma was crazy, but I never would have pegged her for a bully. Never in a million years. It's even funnier the more I think about it. Yeah, it is kind of funny to think about. But there is one thing I still don't get, Romeo. Exactly when did Helga tell you she loves you? See? That's the crazy thing. She was always dropping hints. She probably thinks I didn't catch them. I know I can be dense, but I ain't that dense. I don't know, Arnold. You are kind of dense in some areas. Yeah, I know. But anyway, the very moment I'm talking about, the moment she confessed her love for me, was after I caught her in disguise as Deep Voice. What? Wait a minute, what? You mean to tell me that Helga G. Pataky was helping us the entire time? That she is responsible for helping us save the neighborhood? You've got to be kidding me. Nope, Gerald, I'm telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Oh, so that explains why Helga was with you when you got on that bus that fateful morning. Yep. So, how does she even tell you? She's usually sarcastic and always bugging you. She said some pretty lame excuses at first when I kept asking her why she did it. I knew she was lying because she was risking her family's fortune just to help someone she claimed to hate. That's right. She kept bragging about it too, as if she thought we weren't gonna make it. Next thing I know, we got a call from that Deep Voice guy, who, you just told me, turned out to be Helga. Exactly. So as I was saying, I wasn't buying any of her excuses. I wanted the truth, so I courted her. And that's when she broke down and said, and I quote, "What else are you supposed to do when someone you love is in trouble?" Oh my god. I was in just as bad as shock as you, G. I questioned her further, and she went on to say, "I love you, Arnold. I've always loved you, ever since I first laid eyes on your stupid football head." She still couldn't resist calling you football head even after all that. You think that's crazy? Wait till you hear what happens next. She even told me that she used to stalk me daily. I know that much is true because I caught her more than once. Then she said she had a shrine for me, but what tipped me off to the fact that it was all true. What? What is it? Spill! Is he really telling Tall Hair Boy about my confession? She said she filled volumes of books of poetry about me. Volumes, Gerald. And what does that remind you of? The Little Pink Book. The Little Pink Book. I should have known that football head would figure that out. Criminy. But where is this all going? Man, Arnold, this is getting juicier by the minute. Oh, it ain't over yet, G. After she tells me how she longed to tell me her big secret, she plants a big, sloppy, juicy one right on my lips. Talk about dazed. She kissed you? Helga? Yeah, she did. I was confused as all hell, but I will say this. That girl's a damn good kisser. Oh, let me find out you ain't the only hot lips around here. He thinks I'm a good kisser? And to think, we laughed at the idea that Helga was the possible author of those poems. Well, when in actuality, Helga really was the author of all those poems. Damn. Which is why she ripped out the last page. Remember? Yeah, I remember. But why did she rip out the last page, man? Man, I can't believe I didn't see that before, bro. In the last page, I saw the first 3 letters of her name, spelling out something in that poem. I barely remember what that poem said, but I remember reading, "It is for the head I like to punt." I remember it like it was yesterday, Arnold. E is for every time I see that little runt. But when I got to L, she ripped it out, then threw a spitball at me. I was like, why? But now I know exactly why she did that. So why the hell did she do it? She did it for reasons that stem all the way back to preschool. She didn't want to be laughed at for her feelings. Oh, god damn it, Arnold. When did you become so astute? All this time, I thought he never noticed me. Gerald, I remember when I first met her in preschool. She was soaking wet and covered in mud. I had to help her. Just like you always do. It wouldn't be you if you didn't. Later that day, at snack time, you and I were sitting together when I saw that Harold stole her graham crackers, ate them, and laughed in her face. Yeah, I remember that. That was pretty messed up too. Go on. So I gave her my graham crackers. She looked like she was gonna cry after Harold took hers, and I didn't want to see her cry. I wanted to make her happy. But after I gave her my snack, she smiled at me. Probably the most beautiful smile I'd ever seen at the time. I wanted to keep that smile on her face for as long as possible. But then Harold saw this and laughed at her again, along with Stinky and Sid. I didn't know what was going on, but then the next thing I knew, she changed. Whoa. She pushed Harold down, jumped on his belly, and threatened to beat the mess out of him with old Betsy and the 5 Avengers. I can't believe he remembers all of that. That was so long ago. And that's when she went bully mode for the first time. She declared herself the boss and everything. I kept trying to ask myself what happened to the sweet Helga I met that day. But you know what, Gerald? No, what, Arnold? I think that the sweet Helga was there all along. That's how I convinced Big Patty not to beat her that day. She just hides it under her bully exterior. You may not believe it, G, but it was always there. Oh, after that story, I believe it now. I believe it. This basically means that Harold was the sole reason for Helga ever becoming a bully in the first place. You know, I still kind of want to beat him for what he did to her back then. Do you see why I love you so much, football head? I mean, yeah, Harold was a major catalyst in Helga becoming a bully, but I don't think that he was the sole factor in this situation. I still got one question, though. If Helga confessed her love for you, then why is she still mean towards you? I'll take the blame for that one, Gerald. After Shet got arrested, I approached Helga about her confession. I was still in shock, and I had a hard time trying to process everything. It was a lot to take in. So I gave her an out. I asked her, "You don't really love me, do you? It was just in the heat of the moment, right? You really hate me, don't you?" And like a fool and a coward, I told him yes. I guess neither one of us were ready for all this. And she took it. But I gotta say, G, ever since her confession, that girl was giving me a lot to think about. She has, huh? And what, may I ask, would that be? Well, G, she did help us save our neighborhood from FTI, but that's not all she's done. She's actually done a lot to prove her love for me, which is why I didn't believe her when she told me she hated me. But I knew how big a secret was too. Plus, I couldn't handle it. I wanted her to save face. But since then, I've had a lot of time to think about it. She's done so much for me, and I wish I would have acknowledged it sooner. Well, there's no time for like the present, is there, football head? So just what else has she done to prove her love for you, Arnold? Well, she found my lost hat. She got her dad to pay for an amusement park float. She even comforted me when Lila dumped me. She also apologized for her dad calling me orphan boy. She even went through an awful lot of trouble to impersonate Cecile back on Valentine's Day. What? That was her? She doesn't know that I know. She still thinks I'm dense. How in the... I tried my best not to be so obvious. How did he figure that out? Ugh, damn it, that boy read me like a book. Criminy. I really thought he was naive. She stopped her dad from cutting down Mighty Pete with us. He also warned me about that summer who tried to use me to win a sandcastle competition. I also remember us spending Thanksgiving together when our own families were getting on our nerves. She was there when I needed someone to talk to. It's obvious that Helga really cares about me, no matter how much she tries to deny it for the sake of her image. Yep, no doubt about that one. She's got it bad. But despite all of our newfound evidence, I still can't believe it. Helga really loves you, Arnold. I can't believe it either, Gerald. But she needs to know that I care for her too. She needs to know that I appreciate everything she has ever done for me. She needs to know that I enjoy spending time with her when she opens up to me. Oh boy. I have so much I need to tell her, but she's so unpredictable. Am I really that hard to talk to? I have no idea how to approach her. I don't know how she'll react. But I've got to find a way to tell her that I love her. Helga? Helga! Where are you? Back here, Arnold. Do you really mean that, football head? Oh, hey Arnold, wait a minute! Hey Arnold. Helga, how long have you been standing here? Long enough to hear everything you just told tall hair boy. Tell me, football head. Did you really mean everything you said just now? Yes, Helga, I meant every word. But this isn't exactly how I wanted you to find out. What's the matter, football head? You act as if you're embarrassed. Well, I'm pretty sure you just heard me say that I didn't know how to tell you this. I'm nervous as hell, Helga. I've only just realized not too long ago that I'm in love with you, I mean. Arnold, why are you so nervous, babe? If anybody should be nervous, it's me. Just heard you tell Gerald that you love me. I'm nervous because this whole fallen in love thing is very new to me. Honestly, what I feel for you is bigger than any crush I ever had before. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. Let me find out you're still in shock over all of this. Well, this is indeed a shocking revelation, Helga. Oh, hey, tall hair boy. Yeah, I know, right? Arnold, normally I'd be mad as hell that you told Geraldo my secret. But it seems to me like you had a pretty big secret of your own, Arnaldo, so I'm gonna let this slide. I'm in a very good mood. I'm honestly grateful for that, Helga. I honestly thought you were gonna kill me if you found out. I'll bet you are in a good mood, Helga. You just witnessed the love of your life confess that he loves you back. I'd be in a good mood too. I'm feeling hella good. Come on, geek boy, let's go somewhere so we can talk. Helga. I'm just kidding, football head. Man, I love to see you squirm. But seriously, I really do need to talk to you, Arnold. Come on, let's get out of here. You know what, Helga? I'd like that a lot. Let's go. There they go. Arnold, you are one bold, crazy kid. Best of luck, bro. Huh? Arnold, Helga, wait up! Huh? What's up, G? Helga, I just wanted to say thanks for helping us save our neighborhood. Damn, you guys walk fast. Hey, that's right. I never did get to properly thank you for your help, Helga. No problem, football head. It's like I told you before. You do whatever you can for the one you love.